16 things girls find unattractive. While some guys may be great at talking to girls, the things they do or don't do may be telling an entirely different story. That's because sometimes guys do things that are unattractive and they may not even be aware of it, and this makes women second guess them or leave them entirely uninterested. Some of the following may sound familiar, but some of the things women find unattractive may surprise you. So, guys, pay close attention. Number 1, poor personal hygiene. A man can work hard and look dirty if it pays, but he should never neglect his personal hygiene. Unbrushed and unfroshed teeth, no deodorant, unwashed body, greasy hair, and bad skin. These may sound superficial, but they are an assault on all the senses. While it is often assumed that bad hygiene is a bigger turnoff for women than men, cleanliness entails much more than taking frequent baths. A guy cannot be nose picking or biting his fingers in public and expect girls to applaud him for it. It's gross and highly unattractive. Number 2, extremely hairy body. Sorry guys, but if you are not into regular manscaping, you might want to start because most women don't like men with a lot of hairs. There are a lot of guys who rock the whole stubble look, and some even rock a sturdy beard. However, girls find too much hair disgusting. Chest hair can be okay if controlled, but back hair is definitely the worst. And when it's excessive, it becomes a huge turnoff for women. Actually, over 70% of women find back hair flat out unattractive. Number 3, being self obsessed. As I mentioned, good personal hygiene is important, but there is a fine line between a man taking care of himself and being self obsessed, where his self respect and self care goes a little too far. Hogging the bath, taking over the dresser with male grooming products, and taking his girl's hair straightener without asking is not okay. No woman wants to be involved with a guy who takes more time getting ready than she does, because all that primping and preening reads as overly feminine, which simply isn't attractive. Self obsessed can also seem like veiled insecurity, and when a guy is checking out his reflection more than he's checking out his girl, she is going to bail on him fast. Number 4, cursing all the time. Women are attracted to men who have a mastery over their vocabulary, and the constant use of profanity is just an indicator of a shortcoming in this department. Of course, there are always occasions where a well placed curse word will be called for. But if 60% of guys' vocabulary revolves around swearing, it may be in his best interest to start paying more attention to this word, because women find this habit really unattractive. Number 5, catcalling. Our society has a lengthy track record of harassment and violence against women, specifically when they refuse to submit a sexual pressure, and it doesn't always have to be abuse. Sometimes a disrespectful statement can be just as destructive. Catcalling is disrespectful and it's never sexy. It's one thing when a guy politely compliments a girl's smile, and it's whole other things while he yells at the top of his lungs, "Hey sweetie, nice ash." Enough said. Number 6. Being a mama's boy. Mama's boys seem to be content being taken care of by the woman who knows him best, and it's usually at the expense of everything else that comes with adulthood, like independence. Sure, it seems sweet when a man loves and appreciates his mother, but when she is dictating his adult life and infringing on his personal and professional relationships is extremely unattractive. If a guy is a mama's boy, then he will probably end up with only one woman for the rest of his life, his mother. Number 7. Having bad manners. From bad table manners like chewing with their mouth open, burping, or texting at the table, to being rude to service workers, to farting and shamelessly scratching down there. Bad manners are anything but attractive. In fact, bad manners read as immaturity or impolite, both of which can move from simply behavior related to reflective of man's overall personality. It means he doesn't care about what people think of him or how others deserve to be treated. Not exactly a good indicator of potential boyfriend or husband material. Guys who constantly need to be reminded of their manners definitely are not scoring any point with the ladies. Number 8. Being cheap. When a guy is really pinching his pennies, women may think that he will be just as stingy with his affection. Great dates don't have to cost a lot of money, but when money is the only thing on the guy's mind, it can be a real turn off to the girl. Cheapness can also go hand in hand with bad manners, especially with regard to the treatment of service workers. A guy who's a bad tipper is often pointed to as being unattractive because there is a lack of compassion for someone who is simply doing their job. Number 9. Having a gym obsession. Okay, this may seem a little counterintuitive, but it's a bit more complicated than that. Yes, women love it when men take care of their body by eating healthy and working out. However, it gets weird if a guy only talk about how much he can bench at the gym or how he has to have a meal with a certain amount of protein. Guys who blab on and on about hitting the gym only to take a bunch of mirror selfies when they get there are the equivalent of girls who won't stop talking about their new clean eating diet. Number 10. Smoking and heavy drinking. Research shows that men who smoke are considered less attractive than non-smokers, especially if they are considered for a long-term relationship. When it comes to boys, there is really nothing sexy about a heavy drinker. Don't get me wrong, it's important to be able to let loose and have a great time. But according to women, there is nothing more unattractive than a man who always needs to get washed. Number 11. Excessive gaming. Unless a girl identifies as a gamer or a bit of a video game geek, she may not agree with this one. But a lot of women find guys who constantly play video games to be unattractive. This is probably due in part to the fact that playing video games is associated with kids and it lends a bit of immaturity and a childish aura to it. Guys who spend way too much time glued to their screens playing video games seem like bad communicators and unmotivated because they had rather talk to their buddies online or the fictional characters in their games instead of real people. Number 12. Being selfish. This doesn't just apply to daytime activities where a guy who thinks only of himself can seem immature, self absorbed, and shallow. Selfishness also applies to the fun stuff that happens in the bedroom. While women sometimes get an unfair reputation for not being as into doing the deed as guys, they were also faulted for not being able to get their engine running as quickly either. But here's the thing, men can go from 0 to 60 in 3 seconds, but a woman engine takes far longer to heat up. Multiple sources have stated that women find selfishness in the bedroom to be a major turnoff because the guy seems more concerned about getting off than ensuring that his lady friend has a good time as well. Number 13. Misogyny. Misogyny comes in a lot of forms and none of them are sexy. Saying a woman can't do something because she's a girl with lady parts only makes a man look like an idiot. It should come as no surprise that guys who exude negativity towards their companions and the entire female gender by making rude and insulting comments are considered extremely unattractive. Number 14. Being arrogant. Girls like a little bit of confidence in a man because self assuredness is attractive and radiates charisma. However, when confidence turns to cockiness and arrogance, and a guy begins to think that he's God gifted to women, he can turn really ugly really fast. Going out with a guy who only talk about himself will definitely leave a girl looking for an excuse to end the date early. Arrogance is without a doubt one of the least attractive things, and women almost unanimously agree on this when it comes to guy. Number 15. Laziness and lack of motivation. Laziness and a lack of motivation are among the top things women identify as being unattractive in men. Not having plans for the future or personal goals can be a big turnoff because it means a man is not thinking ahead or working towards anything. While he doesn't have to have his whole life figured out yet, having no passion or strong interest beyond sitting on the couch and watching TV and taking a nap 3 times a day is simply not sexy. There you have it. These are some things that women find unattractive in men. What do you think, guys? Which of these things surprise you the most? And girls, do you agree with this list? Is there anything else you add? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoy this video, give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends so we can keep making them. For more videos like this, hit the subscribe button and remember to click on the notification bell. Also be sure to check out our other videos as well. Thanks for watching.